Well, howdy everybody, Jughead and Dakota. Hey, the rivers have finally gone down from some of our big heavy winter storms. We're enjoying some clear and really cold air, so let's head on out to Arrowhead and maybe over to a couple other bars and have a little fun. People often ask, how do you get so good at your short takeoffs? Well, 90% of all my takeoffs I'm practicing. So here's just another example. Line it up, me, Dakota on board. Not a lot of fuel, getting a feel for the airplane because I've got this new Sportsman cuff which I don't totally have down, but there's another rehearsal in the books. We are coming to our quick overflight into Arrowhead. Arrowhead's one of my favorite bars. It's one of our more challenging. Its depth or length varies based on the water and it can change quite a bit. We've had some floods come through and wash some of the big trees and obstacles out. This is the first time I've been into it in probably, I don't know, 8-9 months at least. Overflight the last couple days looked good, so a quick left downwind, come back in, and let's put it right down on the end. I know landing distance is not going to be critical, it never is, but takeoff distance can get a little bit shorter here, especially in the summer in the high DAs. Today we've got a minus 1,000 foot density altitude, so a really fun day to be flying. So I was happy with my touchdown point, easily stopped by midway. We're just out playing today, so I'm going to just taxi all the way down here to the end, turn around and take off opposite direction. That's the great thing about Arrowhead. You can always go out either end, really no obstacles. Chasing up a few ducks as we came in, that made Dakota happy. She's rolling. I don't have to get the airplane off the ground as quick as possible. I just kind of gently leave the flaps and just start to pull them to 30. She's airborne. Stay low. There's my 60. Start climbing out over. A few more ducks coming off to the right. Now I've got my field ahead of me. This was an overflight of the Woodpile, the dunes. Here's Humpies, which still has a little too much water on it. Arrowhead is right behind those trees underneath my nose now. Just a quick quarter-mile away, we've got several other bars right there. We've got Humpies, the dunes, garbage dump, and the Woodpile or Woody, or we're going to drop in on Woodpile today. We've already overflown it and scouted it a couple times, so this is just the modified left downwind back landing towards the east. It's got a little bit more sand than a lot of our bars do, but it also carries a lot of wood. And it a lot of times will have some swales in it as well. We are now on Woodlot, and it's always just known a couple things. Obviously has a lot of wood on it, and it usually has some swales in it as well. First time I've been on it for quite some time. It's got some swales right now. The nice thing is Dakota likes it when it has lots of wood on it, so we might as well throw some. It's up to 37 degrees, so it's a spot day for Dakota. But we're gonna go walk it. There's a few swales that we're gonna roll through on takeoff. About the time we go through them, we should be getting real close to flying, so hopefully I can use them to help us out. And of course, it's always nice to remove a few obstacles. Here's some more wood. Only problem is, if I don't throw it far enough, Dakota will bring it back.
We've had a fun day. We got the seats painted today. We went ice skating on the pond in the neighborhood. It's the first time in 10 years it's been thick enough ice on it to skate. Got Dakota out there, and you just never know what you're going to find on the bars. Lots of wood for Dakota. Definitely having fun, but I noticed this walking up to it. I noticed the strap first with the blue. Someone, holy smokes, lost a camera. EOS Rebel SLT. Obviously the lens is no good, but I wonder if this body's gonna be any good. Who knows how much water this went under. Hopefully it's got an ID on it where we can pull a data card and find out whose this is. Get it back to them. Here's going to be our takeoff roll right here. We're kind of in the middle of the swales right now. Like I say, not quite going to be flying speed here, but getting close. It's calm winds. It's minus about 1,100 foot DA right now. And we're at sea level, 50 feet, 40 feet. Roll out across the frozen hard sand. This is one of the very few bars that we have that actually has sand on it. A few small sticks through here. Pull the airborne by here. And then we got another 200 feet to the water. Found a lot of things, but never this. There you go.
Well, the camera actually cleaned up fairly well, just using a brush and some damp towels. We didn't find any information of the owner, but the SD card was good. It's just a simple 16 gig, but it had some beautiful wildlife photos. We'll put some of those on the video.
Careful there, buddy. All right. There's my touchdown point. There's the first. Right tire, just a little bit of a bounce. It's an off camber. Oh, probably 3 degrees uphill and 1 or 2 degrees camber to the left. Kind of skipped just a little bit. And a little bit of right rudder when she touched down, and I'll walk you up with her to finish the rollout. Those are all frozen to the ground, aren't they, buddy? Oh, that one's not. Drop it. Thing is, it's probably gonna sink. Yep, it sank. Come here. Come on, you knucklehead. Dakota, here. Stick went bye-bye. Come on. Come find another. beautiful, beautiful day.
You'll see the gear flexion as I roll through these gentle swales on the takeoff roll. She could have gotten airborne a little earlier than I let her, but there was no reason to get it off really slow. We got lots of area in front of us. Let the airplane fly off easy. It was just too nice a day not to go back into Arrowhead one more time before I headed for home. A little better job on my flare and touchdown there. Stopping about the same place. This one I'll actually turn around, go back down, and take off upstream, where on my first one I took off downstream. When I'm giving flight reviews to clients, I'm amazed at how many pilots, I bet you 60 to 70%, struggle to do proficient engine out operations. I would say the biggest thing I see people do is they don't maneuver to the airport aggressively enough, or they get themselves to the airport and they don't have a plan on how to manage their energy, and they end up flying too far away from the airport and can't get back to a suitable landing surface. So whenever I can, I like to come back in and practice. Typically, I'll pick a spot somewhere within 3 miles of the airport, pull the mixture, and see if I can make it all the way down. And my goal is I pick a landing spot. In this case, it's the numbers on 1-5, and I use the numbers, or about a 30-foot square, as my touchdown target. If I make that 30 feet target, then I figure if I've done it properly. Otherwise, I need to go out and practice a little bit more. This one, we're starting to bleed the flaps off. I touched down just prior to the numbers, so, well, it looks like I better practice a little bit more. Got my nephew Jake coming into town this week. We're going to be doing a bunch of flying, so we'll have a chance to practice those some more. 97 Bravo fires up quickly. We'll taxi into the hangar. Go enjoy a cold one with Bill. Thanks for everybody for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a fun day out on Arrowhead and the Woodpile. Hope you learned something. Remember, make the most of every flight. Practice, practice, practice. If you haven't done a certain type of landing or takeoff or some stalls or slow flight, go out and make sure you get a practice hack in on your next flight. Well, Jughead and Dakota say thanks for coming along. We'll see you out on a bar soon.